Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, the episode of Test Pack Please Ignore. So at the end of my last episode, what had I been working on again? I'm trying to remember now. I always do this. So I get to the beginning of a new episode and I'm like, what the hell was I working on? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was my factories, wasn't it? So I think I've got all of these set up properly now. So I've got 2 crushers working as well. I've got a enrichment chamber there, got a purifying chamber. I've also got 5 what are they called? Electrolytic separators feeding oxygen in there as well, as I was finding that the 2 that were connected up weren't quite good enough, so I've actually got 5 in tandem. Had to set up these pressurized tubes as well to feed in all the oxygen, because you can't use traditional liquid ducts, fluid ducts, or whatever they're called now, and Buildcraft waterproof pipes. Neither of them will connect to the side of an advanced factory, but these pressurized tubes will, which is quite cool, so I've managed to make them. Let me just check the recipe for them. So pressurized, let's find it, come on, pressurized tubes, there they are, pressurized tubes. So it's just 2 steel either side of a piece of glass, so basically just some hardcore tubes to transport around the oxygen. Also figured out how all the outputs and stuff work. So for example, the blue here is all the outputs. You just want to make sure that on the side of the machine you've got dark blue there, which signifies the output, and the red being the input goes on top. So that I've got that all figured out now, I think. So all seems to be working reasonably well. I think all of the ores are all in place for all of the machines. So this is the smelting one, so all of the final dusts are set to go into the factory smelting setup. All the clumps go into the 2 crushers there. I think I might need to build one more enrichment chamber at some point, but I don't know. I'm not even sure if I need this the two crushers, but when at the time I had a lot of clumps to go through. So this is the enrichment chamber, so that's all the dusts, and then we've also got all the ores going into the purification chamber with the oxygen. So yeah, that's all set up now. My huge full-size quarry is actually finished for now, so while that is offline, what I want to do before setting up that and a couple more new ones is to actually build myself a couple of deep storage units. And the reason I want to build them is because I want to store all of the cobble and all of the dirt that is dug up from it. And the reason for that is if we go to the ender quarry recipe, so where we want ender quarry, I think I want, there we go, so the ender quarry. So it's so recipe change to better balance Buildcraft. Yeah, so the whole reason that I want to keep the cobblestone and the dirt dug up from an ordinary quarry is that for the ender quarry you need to have at least 1 quadruple compressed dirt, which requires 6,561 dirt, and I'm fairly sure something else requires which one is it? Is it the endothermic? No, it's not the endothermic pump. It might be this one, but is it Portal to the Deep Dark? Yeah, so the Portal to the Deep Dark requires 1 quadruple and 4 triple compressed cobblestone to make a Portal to the Deep Dark block, which is a lot of cobblestone in itself, and you need at least 2 of them to make this Enderman mining assistant, that and a load of extra utilities tools. So because this is an extra utilities block. I can't remember if you need it. Do you need it for the ender core as well? I don't think you need it for the ender core, from what I remember. No, this is all just lots of obsidian and burnt quartz and stuff like that. So I think that's the main thing, but it's mainly the quadruple compressed totally gone there. Quadruple compressed dirt and the quadruple compressed cobblestone that I want to basically start saving up for. Now, I could use barrels, like Jabba barrels or something like that, but these is kind of the item that stores the most amount of item is clearly the deep storage unit. It stores something like 1 million of like the items or something like that, which is pretty crazy. The recipe to make them is fairly intensive, so it requires, so the plastic sheets are the easiest. It requires 4 reinforced strong boxes, which is a hardened strong box surrounded by one of the hardened glasses, so either fused quartz, hardened glass, or reinforced glass. The hardened strongbox is an ordinary strongbox surrounded by Invar ingots, and an ordinary strongbox is tin ingots around a chest. So got to make 4 of them, and then we've also got to make one tesseract as well. This gives us 4 deep storage units, which should be more than enough to get started with. So I just realised I'm making enough Resonant Ender here to make, I think, a couple of couple of tesseracts, but I don't need to do all that. So let me just get started on the tesseract, which is the first thing. So tesseract frame obviously requires the enderium ingots, which let me just double check. Need enderium blend, which is a resonant ender bucket, and all the dust. So let me just go back up, and I need 4 of them. Yep. So I just need the 1 bucket of liquid resonant ender, sorry, so I can just go and grab that real quick. So I've actually done the perfect amount of resonant ender here, because this first bucket will be for crafting the enderium blend. So if we just go all the way through there, let me just find it. Where are you? Enderium blend. Do I have everything in place? I've got the shiny metal, and what else was it? God's sake, I should have checked that before clicking away. So I need 3 tins, so let me grab some tin. As you can see, I've got 2,000 of it now, which is pretty crazy thanks to the mechanism tripling my ores at the moment. I am eventually going... That's the redstone furnace, it's the wrong machine. I am eventually going to get around to setting up the quadruple and then quintuple eventually. Be something down the line for when I'm looking for something to do. I think the first thing you need to do for the quadrupling is to set up... it's like a salination plant or something like that. So we've got enderium blend now, so we can... Do I have it? No, that's not what I want. I want the pyrotheum dust, wherever that is. Pyrotheum dust, excellent. Let's grab you. I think I need... Do I need 2? I'll put 2 in just to be on the safe side. So that will be smelting up. What else do I need for the tesseract frame? Is that literally it? I do have an absolute ton of obsidian now, because... as you can see, I've got over 2,000 obsidian thanks to my full-size quarry, which essentially just dug up every single obsidian in a 8x8 block radius, something like that. That's not right. I can't remember how many blocks a full-size quarry is. It's like 5 blocks by 5 blocks, I think it is. Something like that. It's 64... So it's like 64 squares by 64 squares, I think. Something like that. I can't remember how many blocks that is off the top of my head. If anybody knows, just let me know in the comment. But I just know it's 64 blocks that way by 64 blocks that way is a full-size quarry. So that's finished. So we can drop the enderium ingots in like that. Then we should be able to craft our tesseract frame. Not really too worried about using up... reinforced glass now that I have lots and lots of obsidian to make hardened glass. So for example, grab some pulverized obsidian like that. We grab some lead. Start running this through the induction smelter. I kind of knew as soon as my full-size quarry was finished that I'd have more than enough obsidian to make as much hardened glass as I could possibly want. So having 2,000 obsidian is an absolute crazy amount. So there we go. So we've got our tesseract frame full. Don't think we need to make that into a full tesseract. No, it's just the full tesseract frame. So we'll start on the strong boxes now. So we need 1, 2, 3. Oh no, can't. Apparently they can't stack. 3 and 4. Then we want to make the hardened strong box. There we go. Yep. So apparently I don't have that many invar ingots. So you can do tin and invar. So I don't know why you do... Oh yeah, you can do tin and invar just around an ordinary chest to make the hardened strong box. So what we need is some iron. And some nickel. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My hay fever is playing up really badly and I suddenly had a massive urge to sneeze there, which was not good. So apparently all that obsidian has only made 16 hardened glass, but that should be more than enough for now. So yeah, we're going to make some invar by just running some iron and ferrous through the induction smelter. I'm not entirely sure how much we're going to need, so I'm just going to grab a bit more for now, let that run, craft a few of the... So where were we? We were looking for the deep storage unit. There we go, there it is. We don't want the portal to the deep dark quite yet. So we can make 2 hardened strong boxes so far. Oh, let's not put that there. And then 3 and 4. So we've made all the hardened strong boxes. Now I can make the reinforced strong boxes with all this hardened glass that we've just made. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Excellent. I'm glad I decided to make that hardened glass there because I actually needed it, which is quite funny. So I've got all the 4 reinforced strong boxes. Just need to make some plastic sheets now. 4 is enough. And then, poof. 4 deep storage units. Excellent. So we also need to... what I need to do next is to make a couple of... so if we go for... What are they called? ME storage buses. Not storage buses. That's what I want. And what this is going to be able to do is essentially, instead of having kind of like cells here telling... the ME system to store things in. What I'm basically going to do, these storage buses essentially allow you to use external devices such as these deep storage units to act as like the cells, so you can pull items in and out of the deep storage units quite easily using these ME storage buses. So I'm going to have to make at least 2 of these for now. So do I have the items? 1, 2, excellent. So I've got just enough to make what I want. So I've made a couple of those conversion matrices, okay, apparently I'm out of ME cabling. Can I make more? No, because I don't have any Fluix dust. So if we go to... Oh, hang on. I know there's one thing here. So search box mode, standard search. Ah! You can actually have any not enough items synchronized auto. That's pretty cool. So if we go for Fluix... Oh, that is cool. I think that must be a new thing for 1.6. I saw that in another LP I watched where somebody had synced this up. So... just because you don't necessarily have the item in your inventory here, it will actually show it up on not enough items for you. So, can I make a load of Fluix dust? Yeah, apparently I'm almost out of nether quartz. Well, I'm out of nether quartz dust now. So, if we go for quartz, how much have I got of this? So I've got... It's 117 quartz dust, 330 quartz, and 60 nether quartz. So I think I'm going to have to go and find some nether quartz at some point. But so if we go for ME cable, ME storage, like so. Then I want to make a load of ME cabling, like that. Drop it into the system. Then I should be able to make one. What am I missing? Oh yeah, I needed to make another ME interface, didn't I? Whoops-a-daisy. Drop that in there. Then finally a second ME storage bus, excellent. And then what I want to do is grab my ME cabling, there it is, like so. I'm just wondering the best place to store these right now, possibly just here. So if I drop down 1 deep storage unit, no, that's not the best place really. Let me just wrench that up. Oh yeah, but for some reason that's now, because I've like wrenched it up instead of destroying it, it's now treating it as a separate entity because it's weird like that. Actually, I could put them there and then move them kind of later on. So let me just put one down there, and then what I'm going to do is just remove that one from there for now. Put the ME storage bus on the side there, ME storage bus on the side there. Then what I want is some cobblestone like that. Drop cobblestone in there. So, why isn't that storing? It's stored 0. That's weird. What I want is, let's try putting some more cobblestone in. Can I... Oh, there we go. So it is actually storing it now. So you can see that's now stored 64 cobblestone. I think that basically just shows what the cobblestone is. And I think, as you can see, it's still kind of showing up as 900 in there. So let me just grab all the dirt I've got in here as well. Put dirt in there, and we'll grab a load of dirt. So just grab all the dirt I've got left in my system, like that. Oh, do not want to get blue slime dirt. We'll just drop all... Oh, no, I do not want blue slime dirt in there. What am I doing? So there we go. All of the dirt is now going into my deep storage unit. All the cobblestone should be going to there. Let me just grab all the cobble out of here. Whoops-a-daisy. Did not mean to do that. Let me just... so, technically, that is now stored in there. So, if I click on this little deep storage unit, make sure it knows to keep that. That is going to be cobblestone. So, as you can see, all the dirt is back in there. So, hopefully, once I put this cobblestone in here, it should all go into... Yeah, excellent. So, it's all gone automatically into the deep storage unit there instead of going into one of my cells here. So, that's pretty sweet. So, as it digs up dirt and... stone from my quarries, it will automatically go into my deep storage units, which is exactly where I want it to go. I've got loads of cobblestone around here, which I'm... Oh, no, I did not want to do that. I wanted to just grab a load of cobblestone out of here. Then I can just technically run around. That's spewing out now, so apparently I have filled up my inventory. So I still don't know. You used to be able to like double click on things like this, and it used to automatically go in. But as you can see, I've got 2,600 cobblestone in there already, which is pretty cool. I will probably go and do more of this off camera, kind of putting cobblestone and dirt manually into my ME system like so, just like kind of filling it all up. Got a couple of spare deep storage units for anything else that I want to store massive amounts of things. Let me just drop all of this into my inventory just while I'm at it. Oh yeah, I think while I was off camera, I also built myself second level of my home. So welcome to level 2 of the tree house. Nice and airy this level, lots of glass. I've got these little off sections here for putting things in. You've probably seen them on the mini map. Got elevator access as well, so I've built myself another open blocks elevator, which is pretty cool. I'm thinking of putting the bee generation, the bee stuff up here, so having like say like a tesseract in the middle here, and then gendistry stuff going around the outside, which would be quite cool. Don't know really what else to do in here. Might also put like kind of bee processing facilities up here, so have like centrifuges, and I don't know what else. Just bits and bobs up here. See what happens. Like kind of general forestry bee stuff up here. What I also plan on doing is moving. Where is it? Moving the smeltery here from up. Like kind of. It looks a bit ugly there at the moment. It's from when I didn't really have too much space. So I'm probably going to move it from there and move that down to the basement here, and then have it set up so it's kind of automatically producing steel. So have an ME export bus, automatically exporting iron into here. So basically saying export iron, and then I'll have a level emitter which will say only keep exporting when there's like no more than say 1,000 steel in my system. So as soon as there's 1,000 steel in the system, iron will stop being put into this metallurgical infuser. I'm going to need 2. I'm going to need a second one that will put enriched iron into there, but I'll basically stop it putting iron in once there's like so much steel in my system, and then also have the smeltery automated, I think, with Tinker's Construct. So I have any steel dust produced from the metallurgical infuser automatically put into the smeltery, have that being poured into, if we go upstairs, have the steel being automatically poured into casting basins using liquid ducts or fluid ducts, can't remember which one they're called, having a hopper below them which will automatically pull that into a chest, or put that into a chest, and then have a ME import bus on that chest, an ME import bus on that chest, which will just import steel into the system. And then what I'll probably also do is have that steel going into the a dedicated unifier, which will turn it from Tinker's Construct steel into railcraft steel, so I can actually use it in like Greg Tech recipes and stuff like that. So that's just my plans. Might do that in an episode at some point. That'd be quite a cool little thing to do. As you can see, I've already got some steel in there, just to kind of set it up and show you how you could possibly automate the smeltery a little bit, and also move it from its position there down into the basement somewhere. What else have I got coming up planned? So I've got things such as making my big reactor bigger, as I have an absolute ton of yellorium now. I've got like 500 of the damn stuff after my full-size quarry. What I also want to do is make myself a fertilizer kind of system for this. So basically go around, get a load of cows, put them over the top of a load of sewers, have the sewers running into composters, and the composters running into fertilizers, which is basically going to mean that the trees grow a little bit faster, produce more charcoal, cool stuff like that. There's just a couple of future plans. Oh yeah, I want to set up my auto crafting at some point as well, which would be quite important. So want to get my molecular assembly chamber set up as well. Also, the bees will be what's the word I'm looking for? The bees will be touched upon soon. I've been working fairly hard. I've got a lot of common princesses at the moment, which I'm about to start kind of breeding up. I turned my mutatron into an advanced mutatron. So, for example, I want to breed the next level after. So I've got the cultivated drones here. So, for example, what this advanced mutatron does is when you breed a cultivated with a common, there's a chance that it can either produce a noble or a diligent, and with the advanced mutatron I can actually specifically tell it which mutation I want it to do, which is really cool. So I can say, well, I want the noble queen. Well, I can put one cultivated with one common and get a noble queen. I can put one cultivated with one common and get a diligent queen, and go down the noble route and the diligent route, which is pretty cool. And then what I also want to do, once I've kind of started doing that, I think with the gendistry, is that right? Yep. So what I want to get, once I've kind of bred all the way up to, I think the gene sampler or the genetic imprinter, I'm fairly sure one of them required, I can't remember, oh no, it might have been the production upgrade, which I might have needed raw jelly for. So what I want to do with the genetic sampler and the genetic imprinter is basically it works in a similar way to the inoculator and the sampler, I think, from Extra Bees. So you can kind of pull traits out of bees and then put them on other bees, which will be, again, probably be another episode going into that and looking to start producing bees for certain things. How many rubies have I got at the moment? Wow, 169 rubies. That's pretty crazy. I didn't realise I had that much. So yeah, I got a few things coming up. I was kind of thinking the other day, I was like, I was like, I've got nothing to do. I seem to have like hit a wall, and then suddenly realised I actually had quite a bit I wanted to do on this series. So it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's still got lots of cool things I want to go into. There was just a few. I've obviously got the Thorncraft. I really want to get into the Thorncraft at some point when I can be bothered. There's also things like Blood Magic and Ars Magica, which I want to get into. So lots of cool stuff. The series has still got some weight behind it, and also the Ender Quarry is another thing I want to get into. Can't remember if there's anything else. I'm sure there's loads. I mean, I've got an absolute crap ton of stuff in this mod pack. It's absolutely huge, so if I'm running out of things to do, it's clearly my fault. So yeah, I'm going to leave the episode there for now after talking at you for a couple of minutes just to fill it out a little bit, to let you know what I've got planned coming up and all cool stuff like that. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like the episode if you've enjoyed what you saw. Apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.